What is going on, everybody? Jay Renard here for a quick product review. It's been a while since I did one of these. So, I'm going to be reviewing this here, Tokonole. It says leather finish, but it's actually a burnishing agent. I'm guessing that this being a product produced and whatnot here in Japan, it's probably a thing that's just lost in translation. But a little bit of comparison here. So this is the consistency of it here. And we're going to compare that with a couple of other products. So the one other product that is well known, gum tragacanth. So what gum tragacanth is what people start off with when they move up and progress from just water. Most people are going to start off using water for the edges, which is great. Absolutely. Very workable. Great with a veg tan. Maybe it's just the tannages that I got, but I never really had great results with water for burnishing on chrome tanned. Another product that I've used since I've been here, works really well. This is actually a gum for smooth and burnishing. Now this is specifically a burnishing agent, as opposed to, again, what's referred to as a leather finish here for the Tokonole. This stuff is great, really good. I think a little bit cheaper than the Tokonole. Much better than Gumtrag, and I don't know about brands. I've used a couple of different brands of Gumtrag, and they all have the same consistency and they all have the same results. So I'm going to say in general, Gumtrag, not bad, but these products here, the Japanese ones, outstanding. This is one of the first ones that I've seen that was completely clear. Actually, this one's almost all gone. I've used a lot of it. I want to use this up before I switch to the Tokonole. This stuff works really well also. Again, I don't want to recommend it to people because I've never seen it outside of Japan. Truthfully, it just says craft. I don't know if that's the brand or if there's more to it and it's just lost in translation. I'm not 100% sure. So, but now we're going to get to the crème de la crème, which is funny that they used a French term for a Japanese product being reviewed by an American. Inception, everybody. So we're going to go ahead and hit these edges up here with some Tokonole. Now, normally I would use an edger to clean up the edges on this thing here. However, the material is actually really thin, and I don't have an edger that is thin enough for this. So what I'm going to do, what I've usually been doing for material this thin, is I'm just going to lightly sand the edges out towards the edge to bring this a little more rounded. So stand by for that. We can see here where I didn't do a great enough job with the cut. It looked good initially, but as soon as I started sanding it, I could see some of this rolled off. Now, the key for this move is to not press in, just to let the weight of your finger down, and then move this side to side, so forward and back. You're not trying to press in, just letting it true up or bring to flat this portion here, because these edges have already gotten a bit of a rounding. And now for the good part. Now, with all things fluid, less is more. You don't want to throw a huge amount of any of this, be it the Tokonole or this craft burnishing gum or the gum trag, you don't want to overdo it. And so even with just the tip of my finger going in one direction, it's already got a good gloss to it. So we're gonna see which channel fits. This is too small, this one a little bit, this one is most likely. So what we're gonna do is, because I'm right-handed, I'm gonna start here in one direction first. So I've got this whole side, and then, so I'm rounding this edge here. Then from the other side, going in the same direction because we started going towards this end. So as I'm there, so the sides are good. Now the top. Now for something like this, like I said, it's a bit thin. So you could add something to the inside to make the burnishing go a little bit easier. So a card or some scrap material, something to just stash on the inside. Something to just stash on the inside. Use a clipper card. I'm in Japan, so I'm certainly not using this anytime soon. And these I did before I stitched them because I knew they were going to be a little hard to get to. You can see some of the shine that I had from the edge there. But since we're here, I'm just going to go ahead and do a little bit of maintenance. Clean these edges up a bit. Now, because of this curve here, you're certainly not going to use the channels, but just using the top of the slicker right there will certainly work. So I'm going to start here, then swing all the way over, burnishing this whole piece there. Just a touch, you don't need a lot. You can already see that it's pretty slick already from just the fingertip and then a single pass with the slicker there. And that right there is a great looking edge. And then we're going to transition right on over. Get this curve here. It's a little hard to get to. Now, the closer you get to this here, if you don't trust the edge of the slicker hitting the side of the material, then just switch it on over. Get the in there. And you can see the glossiness of the edge there. So this was 2 passes with the Tokonole. This was done earlier in the day, and I just recently did this again here, so we'll call this 2 passes of the burnishing with the Tokonole, and you got a great looking edge. Get that right there. And one of the reasons why I like Tokonole so much is that with the exotic hides, like this is American alligator. I got this from American Tanning. I have to say it, legally required. Not sponsored. I just like their product and their material. So did this one here. So same wallet, just reversed. Obviously, one entrance is from the left, one entrance is from the right, and this one has a spot to move your IDs in and out. This one does not, so everything would be from the top or from the side on this one. So gum trag, in my previous experience on things outside of what I call farm leather, like cowhide, horsehide, goat, basically things that you find commonly on a farm for leather, doesn't do all that well. I'm not sure what the deal is. Maybe it's my method. I'm very willing to accept that. Maybe I just wasn't using it right. Maybe I used too much or too little. I'm not sure. I experimented a bunch. Oh, wait, hold on. Forgot. Let's true these edges up real quick. Spread this out a bit here. Side note, I'm currently, again, like I said, in Japan. Right now I'm in just south of Yokohama, and there may or may not be some sounds of a storm going on in the background. That's because a typhoon is set to hit landfall in a few hours, so the wind and rain should pick up. Don't worry about that. I've taken all the precautions I can take living up here. I'll be all right. And that is looking and feeling pretty dang smooth. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the rest of these. Got a few more things going on off to the side. All right, so in conclusion, Tokonole, outstanding product, giving it a 10 out of 10. It's got great results. It is not expensive, and it is available most places that you would look to buy materials for leatherworking. You're going to get it on Amazon. You're going to get it on Etsy. You're likely not going to get it from Tandy, primarily because Tandy already has contracts with folks. However, I'm sure if people make the request enough, Tandy is going to go ahead and follow the market and make Tokonole available on their website. For the casual user or small business owner, I would recommend the smaller jars. You do not need much, and a little bit will certainly go a long way. For people who are more established, or if you're a small business, but you have or if you're a small operation, but you have a lot of business, then it makes more sense to buy the larger jugs or the larger jars of the Tokonole. Outside of that, smaller jars, perfect for your average Joe or small business owner regarding having a burnishing agent. I think it's great for that. Larger companies, not sure. At that point, it would be borderline industrial. However, doing operations by hand, Tokonole with a hand slicker, outstanding product. Great call. Highly recommended. That's my opinion. J. Renard out.